You're trying to figure out how to destroy self-doubt. I got you, bro. No need to worry. We're going to break it all down in the video. So we just going to hop right into it also because it's my first video and not sure what I'm doing, but we're going to make it happen. So how do you deal with proceeding in life if you're always doubting your ability to do the next thing, right? How are you supposed to move forward when you can't even trust yourself to tell yourself what forward even is? Without going into a super long rant about how we've been conditioned and programmed to doubt ourselves and why other people doubt us, and why there is so much heaviness just being placed upon what we call, the strongest version of ourselves or the truest version of ourselves or our purest form, etc. What all those terms that are out there. How do we remedy this? How do we go about getting rid of all of our self-doubt? How do we make it any less than what it is now if we can't get rid of it completely? That's what we're trying to find out right now. First of all, what the hell is even self-doubt? Because we all heard of the term and we're all familiar with it for sure, but what the hell is it really? Self-doubt is the lack of confidence within oneself and one's abilities. So in order to no longer have self-doubt, we must become confident and competent in what we are doing and what we plan to do, what we're about to do. Right? It doesn't sound like this is something that can be changed overnight. It doesn't sound like there's an on and off switch to this thing that we can just flip within ourselves that, one night we go to sleep with a bunch of self-doubt, then the next morning we wake up and we're full of joy and we're happy and we know we can conquer some shit, right? That's not how it's gonna work. It sounds like it's gonna take time. And from the sound of it, everybody in the world deals with self-doubt. It's not just you and I. It's not just the people watching this. It's not just those who are asking the question, right? Some people may be able to mask it better than others, but there's always that doubt in somebody's mind when they're approaching something new or when they're about to do something that they've never done before, or when they're, when they catch themselves in an unfamiliar situation. There's always that self-doubt, but the difference is how we and how they deal with that self-doubt, how they go about handling the situation. Does that make sense? You don't get rid of self-doubt by the same means of which you've learned it, which is in your head. You were taught it and you do it to yourself. Your heart and your soul are able to accomplish some life-changing goals without your head getting in the way. And that's what it means when we get in our own way. That's what self-doubt is. The fastest way or the quickest way to be able to get rid of this self-doubt is to do the thing that you're afraid to do. You have to just jump in and do it. It's not about feeling confident about going into this situation. It's not about knowing that it's going to work out. And it's not even about having the most detailed plan about how this thing will happen. It's just about doing it. You have to have the courage to actually make it happen. Courage is what you will experience and what you will grow when the doubt is there, but you do it anyway. It's a skill. It's a learned skill in which everybody is able to possess, even you and I, but it must be worked on. We must work at it on a daily basis. So the situation you're facing may not be self-doubt entirely, because we all deal with that situation, right? We all deal with going into something new, dealing with something unfamiliar, and not feeling 100% comfortable about how we're going to tackle that situation. Our brains are wired to stay within what is comfortable and what is familiar. It seems like the problem that you may be facing is having the courage to actually do the damn thing. So what is courage? If you're lacking courage, what is that exactly? Courage is the ability to do something that is frightening, something that scares you, something that instills fear within you, going into the unknown and doing something that you've never done before. If you keep waiting for courage to just somehow get a hold of you and take over your life, that'll never, ever happen, bro. How do you acquire the ability to do something? You can learn it in books. You can read about it online. You can watch podcasts about it. You can watch this video about it over and over and over again. But the only way that you're going to acquire that courage is to just dive head first in whatever the hell it is that you're trying to do. You know what you have to do. You know what has to be done. Just do the thing that you're afraid to do. Dive in and go for it. Do not let social media grab a hold of you, and stop living through other people's highlight reels, because they're showing you what has been accomplished after they acquired the courage for what they're doing a long ass time ago, bro. You realize that a lot of them end up taking down their first few videos because they're embarrassed about how it looked or how it sounded or how it was orchestrated, whatever the case may be. Success in overcoming your self-doubt, success in obtaining that courage is going to look ugly, bro. It's gonna look nasty as shit, just like this video. It's not about doing the right thing, and it damn sure isn't about doing the right thing all of the time. It's about going head first leading the charge into the situation regardless if it's going to work out or not, and learning what could be done the next time around. Once you've done something for the first time, you've eliminated half of that self-doubt. You realize that, right? 50% of that self-doubt is now gone because you know that you are capable of doing whatever it is that you did. You've acquired that ability. Now it's just time to start working on the confidence about going into the situation. That's all. That's the other 50%. And how are you supposed to build up that confidence? You must go into that situation again and again and again and again. And each time you go into that situation, come out learning something new each and every time. That confidence will build up within you, bro. People seem to have this closed-minded mindset on what success really is. Success is the accomplishment of an aim or purpose, the good or bad outcome of an undertaking. So if you want to succeed in overcoming that self-doubt, you must build upon your courage. And if you want to build upon your courage, you must throw yourself into the fire and just do the damn thing, regardless of how many times it's going to take in order for you to overcome that fear of failure. Self-doubt will step out of the way and cower in your presence once you do the damn thing and approach it with this mindset.